be nosing and hit her max. She like, girl, you can get. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God. Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a cruise on. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, 50, looks the outlaw. 54. Watch his flat, watch his flat. Take off.
First carry following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Big stop.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Third down. Here's Haskins. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Nelson Aguilar. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now first and 10 at their own 26. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And it's third down.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here we go. He's coming. He's coming. Go.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
On third down, Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. 6, for a Redskins touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now Rashad Penny. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and goal, Seattle.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 27, check Mike 27. Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Wilson operating from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the
and the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A 1-yard run on 1st down, another yard that gets him into the end zone on 2nd down. Maybe not much for the yards per carry average, but hey, 6 points.
Yeah, bottom line is it doesn't matter there. You've got to find a way to wedge it into the end zone. Yards per carry, that's out the window. How do you score? And on the 2nd down, they had something going. They got a yard before. They thought they could do it again, and they got it done.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Second down, Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
I got one. Watch take the treatment. Watch take the treatment. 14, run it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of... And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here.
Good job right there. Good job right there. 56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. You got it.
Operating from the gun. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Myers, the AFC's Pro Bowl kicker from a year ago. He was 6 out of 7 from 50-plus last year, and he converts another one here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On first down, it's Haskins. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks 26-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Aguilar has it. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Washington Redskins.
Mike 27. Mike 27. Time to go.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Check Mike 27.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Geis. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get it net.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Redskins have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. As it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 76 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct, but I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. We're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. This complete left side to Aguilar. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Watch the run. They're running it. 36. That's it. Let it go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Man out.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cassius Marsh able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. We want this.
From midfield now, Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Haskins now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, here we go.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That ball's caught as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
56, check 56. I'm here all day.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Hey, look. 19. Good job right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
There's Wilson to throw. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Haskins. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run it with Carson. And some space here. Past the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give right side. It's Carson, and here he'll get it down to the 7. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
3 timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Carson, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key, because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for the Seahawks, it's a